Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. We have some of the changes on the front lines, let's go for it straight away. We have this awesome military map showing that Ukrainian forces are advancing on the north from Kupiansk position. Well, we are advancing towards the eastern part, but everything is happening on the north part of Ukraine. So it was yesterday. And it is today we moved and we took under control this village over here, Pishchane, and we took already H26 road, which is very important for the Russian supplies. This road leads to Svatova, so Russia cannot use this way any longer. The only road that they can use for Svatova is this one. This is P66 road. Yet Ukrainian forces are far away from Svatova, but we can use artillery systems to target Russians' positions in that hub city. Russia still uses it as the main supply hub for their forces in this region, so it's very important for Ukrainian forces to get this one under control. I expected that we will take it this week, so I was wrong, my friends. I guess Ukrainian army still needs some of the new resources to continue counterattack in this area. But I'm sure that we're gonna take it. Russia continues their attacks, however, and they broke from Donetsk region. As you can see, they took Pisky. Well, today they took all of the part of the Donetsk airfield. Let's go to the timeline. So it was in a gray area, and now they took everything, all the fields around the Donetsk airport. It's out of use for long. 8 years I used to fly there. Fantastic airport as it was before. Now those are just ruins. And Russia continues to advance near to Bakhmut on the south part of it, somewhere here. So it was yesterday and it is today, maybe just a frontline correction, because here we can see just a Sumy. So it went to the gray area. No big changes near to the Bakhmut. Today I got the reports from the Russian publics and Telegram channels saying that they already took Bakhmut, but later on this was recognized as fake. They didn't go to the city so far. And as for nearby future, I don't think that they will go to the city, and probably they may do it with the mobilized soldiers. Still, there are lots of soldiers and they gonna attack the city, try to attack the city and take it. Maybe just a quantity of the Russian mobilized soldiers may prevail over the quality of our prepared soldiers on the front line. I'm speaking just about Bakhmut, my friends, because Russia throws all the resources to take this city. They really want it. About the rest parts of the front lines, even with mobilized soldiers, my friends, they will not have success. And now let's go to the south, my friends, where Ukraine went again on counterattack. At least I got that information, but on this map you see no changes for today. However, I know that we tried to attack from Duchany and from this side as well. We got that information even from our forces, our soldiers who are on the front lines. So I'm still waiting for the update. Maybe it will be released tomorrow to show the current information in this area. As for Kherson, the managers that Russia put there, the governor and the mayor of the city, they already went out from the city to the bordering city with Crimea, so they escaped to Henichensk, far away from Kherson. So this area is potentially could be freed by Ukraine very, very soon. And as I said to you, I give 80% for that in nearby future, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, because our media and Russian resources say that probably Russia decided to leave this part of the Kherson region because their army is just trapped over there. Plus, they announced the massive evacuation of civilians from this region. Still, they have some of the supplies to that area. They have ferries and they have some of the bridges that they try to restore. So they built a couple of the bridges across this area. I showed you before in my previous videos that they got some improvised bridges, but it's not enough for the group they have over there, and they have also lots of the civilians and they need to provide supplies for them as well. So it's hard for them to do it. That is why they decided to get away from this region. I think it was the military command that took the decision. I mean, Russian military command. But in any case, even if they would not retreat from this area, we'll take it this winter till the 2023. I'm almost sure about it. As for the rest parts of the front lines, well, today it was Belgorod, so Russian territory were here. There was the oil factory that got attacked by someone somehow, we don't know it, so it was the huge fire over there. And also one more accident happened there. Mobilized soldiers in the military camp start to shoot each other, so around 22 soldiers lost their lives. So it was the internal conflict. I think it was a religious conflict. There were Muslims and there were Christians who start to fight each other. Russian army, what can I say? And now let's go to the latest news and events. So here we have the information about the shooting, even from the Russian resources. It was Valusk shooting area or shooting range in Belgorod region. So it was the attack by the group of the soldiers. So 3 soldiers start to fire, start shooting there. And they say that they lost 11 soldiers totally and many wounded or injured. This is the result of the rocket attack on Kiev, the central part of it, and now kids used this hall from the rocket impact as a playground, basically. And today, my friends, it was an attack very close to me. Russia used the hypersonic rocket Kinjal. It targeted the electrical power plant. Luckily, we have electricity, but today, this morning, I heard the loud bang, and honestly, it was scary, because we hadn't had any kind of air sirens. Rocket was firing very fast and our radars couldn't spot that rocket. Elon, what are you writing? Are you drunk again? The hell with it. Even though Starlink is still losing money and other companies are getting billions of taxpayers' dollars, we'll just keep funding Ukraine government for free. Just to remind you, before Starlink said that they will not provide funds for Ukraine to fund the Starlink connection on Ukrainian territory, probably he changed his mind with this tweet, but it could be just a joke and just exclamation that the hell with it, we'll continue to supply the government for free, why should we do it? Yes, Elon Musk is kind of strange guy, but still they support Ukraine in the most critical time with their Starlink internet. So thank you, Elon Musk, for continue supporting Ukraine for free. Thank you so much for it. And this is the photo from Belgorod. I think it is the oil storage. So one reservoir just got fire, and here you can see Ogniopasna, which means flammable. Obviously, we can see it. This photo was taken in Crimea. As you can see, Russia again launched their cruise missiles Calibers. They launched them usually from ships or submarine. And today, locals reported about their Russian air defense systems in operation. There were some of the explosions in Sevastopol and Novofedorivka, the airfield that was severely damaged by some sort of the attack around 3 months ago. France is going on British steps and they will provide training for Ukrainian soldiers. Around 2,000 soldiers will be sent to France for training. Germany will provide Ukraine with 16 of those tanks, and those are used for engineering constructions, for example, bridges. I'm very surprised. Saudi Arabia gives Ukraine $400 million for humanitarian needs. Awesome. One more old school Russian tank T-62 was captured by Ukrainian forces, and my friends, this is the flag of the Crimean Tatars. They have their own symbols and they obviously support Ukraine. Around 8 years ago, they were the only nation that opposed Crimean annexation by the Russian Federation, together with Ukrainians. So there were some of the protests from Crimean Tatars and Ukrainians, but finally Russia took Crimea. Temporary, we're gonna go there and free this territory. Russia sends those anti-aircraft cannons to the front lines, and you know what? Those were built in 1940s, so Second World War technologies. Alright, this news came yesterday, but I just forgot to mention on my channel. Norway will purchase artillery ammunition for Ukraine, and that ammunition is not NATO one, it's the Russian or Soviet standard. For example, artillery shells are 152 millimeters instead of 155 that NATO uses. Some of the international news: there are new protests, new wave of the protests ongoing in Iran, and I would like to see Iranian regime change, and their people, they are very brave and they go on a full protest. That it should be done in Russia, but I think it will never be done over there. And Iran supports Russia in a war against Ukraine. They provide Russia with drones, and they also shut down our airplane Boeing 737 of my airline. Soon it's going to be 3 years after that event. United States continue to support Ukraine with military help. So for this time we'll have 720 million military help. It doesn't mean that we'll have that money. We'll have weapons for that amount. Mostly we're going to receive artillery shells, HIMARS shells, Rams systems, HARM rockets, and 200 of the Humvees. Awesome. Not long time ago, I told you about our Ukrainian pilot of MiG-29 who ejected from the airplane. Well, as we know so far, the explosion of the drone was very close to the airplane. Airplane sustained some of the damage and pilot have to eject. So this guy, very young pilot, I hope he will fly again. Last week we lost 2 of the airplanes. One is MiG-29, where this pilot successfully ejected, and the other one is Sukhoi Su-24, the tactical bomber. Unfortunately, one of the pilots lost his life over there. It was attacked by the Russian missile. And there are some of the leaks that Russia orders the new types of drones from Iran side. Those are Arash 2. They are much faster compared to Shahid drones and may carry more explosives. In my last video, I told you about the Russian MTLB with a mistake name on it, Na Berlin instead of Na Berlin. And it is just a movie that Ukraine films. Maybe it's gonna be some sort of the propaganda, so it's just a joke. Na Berlin instead of Na Berlin. Sorry, I have to put it here in this video, just the proof for you. This morning, my friends, honestly, I expected a massive counterattack by Ukrainian forces. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It still continued, but slower than usual. Still, we are counterattacking, we are taking our ground. It's the main thing, and we're gonna free all of Ukraine with your help, obviously. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine. Don't forget to press the like to this video, and also there are some of the links in a video description below where you may find the way to support this channel financially. You may support me on Patreon, PayPal, or Donatello, whichever you like. My friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.